Looks good.
The Chipotle.
How many followers does Roman Krennikov have? Bryson.
200,000.
I would say 55,000.
Souza.
55,000.
178. 263.
Oh, I was a close one.
Oh.
How many followers does the Crucible athlete have?
40.
Let me see.
4,000.
Crucible athlete has 4,700 followers. Roman Krennikov won $50,000 there, and so did what's that girl's name? Is that Hannah Jackson? Emily DeRoy.
Hannah Jackson. You were close.
Hannah Jackson.
I was close.
Jessica Greenwood and Astrid something. Look at this money they're paying out. How come Hattie Canyo didn't go there and win the 50K? What's going on?
Wow.
These motherfuckers only cared about money. I don't care about money.
That's crazy, dude. The Crucible. Where is this event?
Huda Riot. Huda Riot.
Oh, so they're in fucking Afghanistan. They're in Afghanistan, and they took JR's competition's name and paid out more money than him. The Taliban are fucking taking everything from JR Howell. First they did the Twin Towers, and now this.
Roman Krennikov won first place, $50,000. And I apologize. This isn't me making fun of black people or speaking Ebonics, but his Instagram is Blacksmith. Took second for 40,000 faux show, 40,000. Who's that guy on the left? The cinder block for a head.
He does have a cinder block right now.
Fucking podcast with Peter.
He looks like some
Yes, like yes. Anyone you don't know, just say that. He's on a podcast with Peter.
That's Adrian Munweiler.
The Kingdom of Abu Dhabi. Oh, that is yeah. What happened to Munweiler? Is Munweiler still doing Pedro's? No. That was my favorite show Pedro did. Pedro's two favorite shows are gone. The one with around the horn where you guys fought and you bring Souza in when you're desperate 3 times a year.
That's true. I got the pity invite when no one else would answer. Never actually scheduled on that show.
Are those shows gone?
No.
Yeah, the only time I got invited on the show was 15 minutes before Peter would be like, any chance you can make it on the show today?
That was it.
Canceled, Peter.
Sentinel's doing good. Taylor's drinking sparkling water out of a glass bottle.
In a hotel. From the hotel lobby.
Because you guys don't do Airbnbs anymore.
We're not staying in a horse crack den. We're not staying in a
crack den.
Dude, we were in a
It's actually just because the budget's been allocated to Taylor. I'm not eating dinner.
Because Lizzie booked the room. When Bryson booked the room in Louisiana, we stayed in a fucking hooker snatch.
Hey, but listen, the shitty room that I booked was not so shitty that we actually were able to stay in it. It was just crazy. The shitty room Taylor booked, we had to fucking leave.
There's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is going on here, boys? Susie, you first. Look at all this money. Look at all these checks: 10,000, 4,000, 8,000, 20,000, 9,000, 6,000. This isn't even the winners. This is like just people's spouses winning money.
Yeah, I have no idea.
These are girls. These are girls.
I only heard about this right now. Like, I remember hearing something about the crash thing because it was the same name as J.R. Howell's, but good on him. I don't know where all that money comes from.
I do.
Where's that?
Well, in the
Minnesota health welfare fraud.
In the United States, we have a program that sends the Taliban about $8 million a week. And through Hawala funds and transfers, they send it all to this competition. And so this competition can afford to pay athletes a lot because your American fucking tax dollars are still paying Osama bin Laden's nephew to fucking cut little girls' hands off because she can read.
Because she can read. Look at this. DeRoy. Has this girl ever been to the games?
These people will drop out of the games because they don't support what happened to Lazar.
I don't know if that's true about DeRoy. I don't know if that's true about her.
No, I'm just saying some of them.
Oh, right.
And then they'll take money from an event like this Hilarious.
Hey, has
Well, I
DeRoy
mean-
been to the games
Yes.
as an individual?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What place did she take
Like 37th
out of 30?
out of 40.
God, this is good on her, dude. 50 grand, dude. It's just crazy.
That's life-changing money. Is this taking over the Dubai Fitness Championships?
Life-changing money.
I don't know, but
Hey-
it's a lot of money for a place that's drawn. I mean Roman's legit, but Blacksmith and this other guy, I don't know who this. This other guy, I don't even know him. Oh, Mike. Oh, Miko Lilleberger.
Oh, that's the guy who hand cleans like fucking 450 and he bounces it off his legs. You know who I'm talking about? Was
This
he
guy,
third or
Miko?
second? Was he third or second?
Oh,
Third.
Oh, good. I was gonna
Holy
say. If Chandler let this fucking chump beat him, I would freak the fuck out. Thank God Chandler beat this guy. I fucking hate this guy. I fucking hate everything about this guy. I'm about to
Why?
get
Look at that overhead squat. That was nice.
so loud. No, dude, he's a rage baiting fiend. This guy's a fucking chode. I'm glad Chandler stuffed it in him. I'm glad Chandler beat him around with it.
good thing this guy isn't here at Fittest of the Coast, because then tomorrow Taylor will be like, this guy's a really good guy. I really like this guy.
And that joke's
Especially
playing out.
if he's like, I do Sentinel. Oh, brother, welcome,
Well, we
He's
did
built
so
like he's built like Noah Olson.
brethren. Yeah,
He's
damn, look at that physique.
He's built like Noah Olson if Noah actually did steroids.
That boy eats sandwiches.
Hey, this guy is probably one of those Europeans who's so liberal. You know what I mean?
I do
he
know what
probably-
you mean, but I can't think
No,
that about
no,
anyone.
He probably thinks it's a good thing that he's not allowed to turn his BMW on 30 minutes before he gets in it because it would be bad for the environment.
Jeez Louise, this guy is stout.
That's true. That's true.
My God.
That's not even a rep.
Wow.
That doesn't count.
Why?
I
Because he
mean,
bounces it. Oh,
What, you can't do that? Yes, you can.
You
Yeah, why
Can't
can't.
can't
do
you bounce
that.
it?
No, it's not a. That would not. No, dude. That's not
Yes. Bryson,
get a little oscillation.
you're saying at the games that's a no rep?
yes.
It's
Okay,
like
well-
when he had no repped at
Shut the
Wodapalooza
fuck
for
up.
having his bar here, and he like fake jerked it once to like get it to bounce, and then tried to go straight into it again.
I call that athleticism. All right. But what do I know?
Not.
I'm okay with the handstand push-up starting exactly where the military press starts.
Right, you're also
but,
gay.
but not really because it's up here.
The military press?
Yeah, it
No,
starts on
you-
your shoulders. Your handstand push-up starts even with your head.
No,
You know,
these
like
guys
start
were
on the
last
ground.
week. These guys were telling me it starts with a straight arm, and they're like, nothing
does.
starts down here. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
but the military press does. I know. I'm just telling you, it's eating away at me, and I found something. I just schooled them. That's all
You
I'm
want to know
saying.
the difference? You want to know the difference?
Yeah, tell me.
It's all gymnastics movements start with an extended arm position.
Oh.
Weightlifting movements start closer and on top of the body.
How come Bryson's on his team and you're fucking gangbanging me?
Sorry.
Bang, bang,
I'll get on it, you know.
You guys want to make me airtight this evening, don't you?
Hey, I held strong with the squat clean. Remember that?
Hey,
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
hey,
I
earlier.
held strong.
Never mind. I won't say it.
Against your better moral judgment. We have a hell of a show for you. Hell of a show.
Pumped.
Taylor Self will not be doing Kill Taylor tomorrow morning. Will be Monday. He will be out of shape because he's stuffing himself in a hotel room as he coaches athletes for the next 2 days. Bryson Del Monte, also from Sentinel Training.
Jeez.
Matt Souza from CrossFit Livermore, the most honest, least emotional group in the group. CrossFit Open. Guess what? Guess what we've gone to, boys? Guess what threshold we've crossed for open signups?
20,000.
Yep, that's true. Bryson. Got a guess, Souza?
1,000.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's in the 6 digits.
Hey, I
Yeah,
got a quick-
boy.
6
We're
figures.
we're getting close to 150,000 signups, I think. Rumor has it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go
Damn.
ahead, Taylor.
Hey, I have
That's early, isn't
yeah, it is. Hey, I got a quick story though. That's insane, but I got a quick story.
Please.
Old David, fucking Israel Dave, didn't fucking.
Why does my buddy Dave always have to get ass pounded by you?
Dude, because
Well, he does ass pound worthy shit.
Yeah, he does.
I already know it's
he
that you're
bends
gonna be a
over.
hater.
Hey, dude, when he bends over and spreads them wide, it's hard not for me to be.
Wow, you know how Taylor feels about a good butthole.
Always global confidence.
He's like flies on shit.
Hey, listen, we're doing a whole fucking show promoting his fancy new level 4, and he fucking calls somebody else who has no control over it. I don't know who he called. He said, "Hey, you guys got to change the name of that show. It can't have the word L4 in it." Dave, you could have texted me, dude.
Oh, really?
Wait,
Why? Yes, it can. Yes, they can't
Yeah,
tell
it
you
can.
that.
I already
Hey, you changed it?
Hey, he asked.
Weak, bro. You folded for the man. So
No, because
hard.
this is why he fucking went somewhere else. He went somewhere else.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Legal hit you up?
Can you tell us who contacted you?
No.
Was it an employee of CrossFit? Yes or no? Let me give me a few yes or no questions here.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they're employed by CrossFit.
Is it a man? Is it a man?
Maybe.
Was it Hobart?
No, dude. I'll tell you at the show. All I'm saying is, no. It's fucking bullshit. We're trying to help. Don't
Yeah.
do
Yeah, it
that.
is bullshit. They can't
Hey,
even do
you
that.
call whatever
They
you
don't-
want. Well, I'll get my
I know
lawyers
the
up.
level 4 is back without that fucking show.
Yeah, people don't.
Hey, look, they just made me cover up my shirt too.
I'm just gonna start telling people I'm a level 4.
No, they're gonna look you up on the directory.
Holy shit, that would be so bad. I'm kidding. I'm kidding about that one.
No,
I'm
not.
dude.
I want to go back to the Pat Vellner thing for a second. I just want to clear some things up about his heart ablation. I did not see the show, but Talking Elite Fitness with Shawnee and Tommy, I guess, covered it. And I don't know for sure because I didn't hear it with my own words, but Tommy said heart ablations are pretty common. And this is the reason why putting things in context and with relativity is important, context and relativity, because heart ablations are pretty common. He's right. In 2025, with a quick Google search, there were 960,000 of them. But when you put it in context or with relativity, there were only 53,000 in 2019.
You know what's also pretty common is just getting vaccinated.
So there's 20 times more. So when you say stuff like, hey, it's pretty common, and you're just talking about what's happening and looking through the world through a paper towel roll, that's what you're going to see. Drop the paper towel roll, get a bigger breadth, better time domain, larger time domain, and you'll see, maybe it's not so common compared to 5 years ago. I don't know if you call that misinformation, disinformation, or just poor reporting. And I didn't hear him say it, so I don't know for sure. But that was just fed back to me. Probably someone trying to irritate me.
Rage baited you.
February 10th, 2026 was the 25th anniversary of what, Bryson Del Monte?
Say it again.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Taylor's putting on fucking butt cream on the other side of the
my gosh. Why is it
February-
always his butt on the shows?
Well, then that should be easy to pay attention to me. February 10th, February 10th, 2026 was the 25th anniversary of
2020.
a couple days ago was what 25th
The
anniversary?
first CrossFit main site workout.
Dang,
Yeah,
there
boy.
it is.
Okay,
Definitely not a level
Susan,
4.
not yet. How is the level 4? Have you started day 1 yet, Bryson?
No.
Susan, do you remember?
Yeah,
Do you remember the first workout, Susan? Do you know what it is?
I do know what it is. Yeah, but mostly
No
just because I've
shit.
been looking at it. I didn't just pull it out of the iCloud. I knew it just because I've been looking at it. Yeah, it's
Oh.
the running thruster, the running dumbbell thruster workout.
Wow.
It's like a
Okay.
400-meter run and then 21:59 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, we programmed it on Sentinel. Was it like that a year ago, year and a half?
Yeah.
Sentinel Poaches workouts from .com.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we poached the good ones.com, not the current.
What's that, Dave? What's that, Dave? Yeah, he's doing it again. He just stole a workout from you guys.
They had input on, we don't fucking use.
Yeah, and
that whole month of his programming, no.
Yeah, whenever Dave, the only ones we steal are from Leaf.
In
And Greg.
25 years. I think that's there. I asked Greg the other day, I said, hey, is there anyone else who's done that? And he said, no, that's 25 years of programming every single day online. Only one of its kind. You think they make it to 50 years?
Yeah, well, if they program a 5K run and a 5x5 deadlift every week, I bet they do make it to 50 years.
Yeah, it's easy when every single heavy day you ever do is this exact same format.
Fran on Monday, on Tuesday, 5K Wednesday, heavy day deadlift Thursday, and then every other week fast and heavy.
All right.
What are you referencing?
Right here first.
Don't forget to do
He's just saying
for us non-level fours. What are you referencing? Because I'm gonna argue with you about it. I think I know what you're referencing.
I'm referencing that main site is now 25 years later. After the first 10 years of its existence, it broke a lot of ground. In the past 15 years, it's been the same redundant shit so much. And repeatable, not for the sake of repeating and measuring. Hey, when you do a workout 5 times in a year, you're not fucking improving it a 5th time. Stop. Give people a year before you make them do Fran again. Holy fuck. Give them 2 years even. It's too much. It's too fucking much.
You're saying over the past 15 years, there's been a lot of redundancy? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're going to get some tourists in the comments. We're going to be like, oh, you're getting too into the weeds. Hey, it's not too into the weeds when you do fucking grace every month, dude.
Or every single heavy day.
Fuck.
Oh, a heavy day? Why don't we do 5, 5, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1? Holy shit!
I never thought of that.
Like Bill and Ted.
That was good. That was good. So you're saying
5K's been programmed, most program work done on main site. Oh, I'm stoked to do it again. Yeah. What the fuck? I thought we were constantly.
So you're saying it's lost its creativity?
Dude, I thought we were constantly varied, not constantly 5Ks.
So it's lost its creativity, is what you're saying in the recent.
It's lost its purposeful variance. It's relied way too much on repeating old workouts that in some cases are even just outdated.
The first time you do Jackie, it's creative. The second time you do Jackie, it's to measure it. The third time you do it, it's this is a classic workout. And then after that, it's like, dude, holy fuck, are we going to do a version of Jackie
Make it new.
Month?
Just do something different. Because CrossFit's constantly varied.
Mm-hmm.
So
no,
yes.
Okay. All right.
Make it a 4K. Make it a 4.9K.
Like if they ever want to do rowing and thrusters and pull-ups, then it's like, oh, rowing and thrusters, like let's make it some twist on Jackie where you can tell that it's like a Jackie variant. Like you should be able to write a workout like that you can't even tell, that doesn't even remind you of Jackie.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I think the effort's low. I think the effort to innovate is low in that regard. Where main site used to be the gold standard for, wow, I've never seen that before.
Yeah. And it used to be the gold standard for like, not gold standard might be the wrong choice of words, but you went to it for clues all the time. Like if you were going to the games, if you were going to regionals, like even for the open, if as it got closer, like 4 months out of those things, if you were not at least following and like looking at it constantly, you were going to miss a lot of breadcrumbs in there that were going to lead to regionals workouts, games workouts. And that's what kind of like got it intertwined to make it relevant all the time. And I agree that it hasn't been relevant in a long time. And you know what? Even there is some atrocious stuff up there. Like if you guys remember some of the worst things ever programmed on main site back in the day, one comes to mind immediately for me.
I have one that comes to my mind. It wasn't one workout, but it was a week.
Yeah. For me, it was just one movement, and it was the bench press, the GHD bench press.
Oh, have you ever done those?
I have done that, yes, when it came on main site, but that movement is ridiculous.
Dude, I love them.
We do it at CrossFit,
It takes like
Charlotte.
10 minutes to set up for it, and like someone's gonna get guillotined and hurt their back. You never have
We do it with dumbbells at CrossFit Charlotte.
Well, that's not what was programmed on the main site. You changed it to make it a better movement. So I'm just saying that was the most atrocious movement that I
never saw that.
Was it loaded?
No, I think it was just a 45-pound bar.
They're hard as fuck and fun. Super hard and fun.
All right. What's your ass week, Taylor?
I think it was purposeful, but it was when there was a week of It was like a 1K row, X amount of muscle ups, X amount of clean and jerks, and it was rewritten 5 different ways every day of the week.
It was the same volume.
And it was rewritten as a chipper, 5 rounds for time, 2 rounds for time, a different order. And
that had to have just been Greg being like, hey,
yeah,
fucking do.
Yeah. And I hate that.
He's done that. He's done that with Cindy also.
Yeah. I just don't like that because it's not constantly varied. Like you're doing the same movements 5 days in a row. That's why I don't like that. There was a
you
time
mean 3 on 1 off, just to be fair, 3 on 1 off.
Right. It was 3 on 1 off, but it was Monday, Tuesday. For example, it would have been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday were other variations of it. And I don't know. I mean, there's probably another part of me when I first read that was like, wow, that's cool as fuck.
There's a theory part of it that's cool, but like when CrossFit main site is, hey, this is straight from the source. This is from the teat. Like this should be.
Back then, it probably still was cutting edge. I'm looking at it today. If they did that today, I would hate it. But if I looked at it back in 2005, I probably would love it. The other example that comes to mind is there was a month where they did wall balls like 7 times or 8 times in a 4-week period. And it was like, and this was it was pretty recent. It was like 2018, 2019. I was like, wow, you have lost so much touch with what variance is. You're doing wall balls twice a week for a month.
Yeah, I wonder if they're doing that because of CAP, because it allows them to copy and paste the warm-ups and the instructions too. I wonder if there's some sort of laziness there.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, CAP is a whole nother story. CAP is like the most watered down programming for affiliates because you are not programming for the best and scaling for the rest. And then you have these guys, well, it doesn't make sense for a class. Hey, shut the fuck up. What do you mean? You don't write a workout that every affiliate can do. You write the best workout that the best affiliate can do. And I don't mean just the athletes. I mean the equipment, the spacing, their capacities, their coaching. And then everyone else adjusts around that to bring the standard up to them, right? So if the standard is a 10 out of 10 fitness, 10 out of 10 affiliate, 10 out of 10 coaches, you program for the 10 out of 10, and the 3 is going to become a 5 because they're trying to be a 10. You program at 5, and then the 3 is going to become a 1, and the 10 is going to become a 5.
You concur with that, Souza?
I do. Yeah, completely. And from an affiliate owner standpoint, there is times where like I see things on workouts that would be like that. And it does push me to be like, damn, like I really want to grab like 10 bike ergs to be able to do that workout, even though it's, you're not going to use them a ton and the cost is expensive. But now it has me thinking about I need to progress to that as opposed to just like what kind of what Taylor's saying. So it's almost breeding complacency if you don't start to hang that carrot out there across equipment, coaching, your ability to do that. And I completely agree. There's no movement as if you're a competent CrossFit coach, you could see any high skilled movement and you should know exactly how to adjust that to still preserve the stimulus and give it to a general class. And if you can't, then that's a problem with your coaching knowledge.
When I had Lucy, go ahead. I'll wait.
I was going to say the only room for redundancy, in my opinion, in training is like, I mean, say I have a stable of like 10 warm-up exercises that I know are so effective for me. And I can do, when I'm squatting, I'm going to do bootstrap squats. Or when I'm warming up my clean and jerk, I'm going to do barbell back rack elbow rotations. And those work really well for me. I just like to do those to warm up because I know they work, boom, and I'm going to do them.
I would say, yeah, because because you could also consider nutrition training and there should be a lot of redundancy in your.
Absolutely.
If you know, hey, this is what I should be eating and you can eat those same things every day and it works for you, then go for it.
There's some studies about variety in food and your gut.
But if your whole day is various,
right.
Then it's the same thing for warm up. If I know that doing the back rack elbow rotations is going to let me warm up for a really varied clean workout that I've never done before and do that the best that I can do it, then of course there's redundancy there.
I was trying to get variance in my diet tonight by eating Chipotle.
We're actually one of those things where we basically tell you guys how easy it is. If you do sentinel training, you can go from like a fat piece of shit that eats Chipotle. So Taylor's going to do that for like 3 months straight every night. Wow. And then he's going to take 4 pictures and be like, all right, sentinel training starts now.
Dude, I have some before. I'll show you.
Not that one of you in the bikini, is it?
I just wanna see it.
I had Lucy Campbell on the show a couple times at least. Always a great interview. The impression I got from her was that she wanted to be. It's crazy that your nipples are below that.
That's before.
She always had this goal to be a professional athlete. I forget which discipline she was pursuing, but it didn't work out. And then she saw CrossFit, and she chose to pursue being a professional CrossFitter. She's come onto the scene. It killed that year at the games with the ski erg swim, won that event in Madison. Had a couple years off dealing with some wrist stuff, and then comes back. And when I had her on the show, it sounded like money was like going to be the thing that may have broke her, that if she wouldn't have taken second place, if she wouldn't have come back so strong, she was going to still compete, but not with the focus that she has now. Because she wanted to be independent from her family, and she wanted to be able to take care of her own shit. Kudos to her. Now she takes second at the games. She's looking really good. And then I see this, and part of me is completely shocked because it's guaranteed money. Lucy Campbell declined WFP Pro Card 2026. Does that give you any insights? Here we have a woman who wants to be a pro. It's a pro league, right? It pays money. It flies you there. It pays out prize money. And yet, she's not doing it. And you have to assume it's because she wants to win the CrossFit Games. Mm-hmm. And not just for the money, but she wants to win the CrossFit Games.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on what we're seeing here with the sort of like the athletes maybe mindset is shifting now that they've done a year of the WFP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, should I go first?
Please. Taylor's not even paying attention.
Yeah, he's in the comments, bruh. Get out my comments, bruh. He's here's what I think, and I don't know if this isn't exactly a fair analogy, but it just goes to the framework of thinking that I have, which is, you know what else is great, and you would have guaranteed money, and they would probably pay for your travel and everything else, a corporate job. And then you're stuck into that, and you're confined to that, and you're going to have to play by those rules, and in this case, by that season, and there might be other opportunities that you might miss out, as opposed to kind of going on your own path and winning something larger, or in this case, like the entrepreneur way is like starting your own business and having a higher prize, or for this athletes being able to say that they're the fittest on earth by winning the CrossFit Games. Taylor, you got a hairball?
I agree.
No,
okay. I love Lucy Campbell. I think it's going to be tough for her to win the games, but I definitely think she's capable of doing it. She's insanely fit. And I like that she turned down the WFP. It's a statement. Hey, it's a fucking statement that this wasn't what we all thought it could be. It is a big, fat, flopping, lame duck.
Oh, I don't know if it's saying that.
It is saying that, dude. Get the fuck out of town. It's saying
her specifically isn't saying that, but just all of them not fucking doing it.
Yes. Hey,
you don't think it's just
James,
but that might not be on the WFP. That might not be on the fact that look, they flew people out. They paid for a hotel. They guaranteed money. They had a great crowd. Maybe it's just the fact that it's too much.
Yawn.
Okay.
The games fucking killed a guy, and everyone still came back. WFP paid all their athletes guaranteed money, and everyone left. Why is that?
I mean, it could also have to do with the fact that, like, if you
volume.
It could be too much volume, but also too, it could be the vision behind it. Like multiple times on the Froning podcast with Will Morad, Austin pushed him and was kind of like, what's the North Star here? Like, what's the ultimate vision? Like, what are you guys trying to create? And I don't think he gave an adequate answer that fired me up in a way that I was like, oh yeah, I want to get behind that. I want to be a part of that. I want to jump on that train. So I do think it has to do with that too.
And that's why it is on the WFP. It's a lame fucking duck. They have no North Star. Will Morad's retarded. Completely dumb. And watching that podcast, dude, made me I thought he had a 74 IQ, which is low to begin with. Now I'm pretty certain he's got like a 69 at best. The guy's a dumbass.
As of 1972.
Zero intellectual capacity. He found a buddy whose mother-in-law was richer than fuck.
He took his shirt off in front of her, rubbed himself with some of Dave's olive oil, fucking made her want to
into this.
And you can pick up that olive oil at tdcmercantile.com if you want to lure a rich MILF just like Will Morad. Listen, dude. He doesn't know fucking shit about fuck. The event sucks. All the athletes are out. They black squared it without black squaring it.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
All the athletes that black square the game, they came crawling back. They made posts. And now they're all back. They're like,
hey, you know what's crazy? Your microphone couldn't even pick that voice up.
Yeah, that decibel level was too high.
Now they're back.
For the police officers committee, switching to recorded audio, okay?
Okay.
Question.
Hi, thanks for holding for me. This is Daniel calling for the Police Officers Committee. We're having our Back the Blue awareness campaign.
Daniel.
Sadly, our police officers are being
this sounds like
assaulted and
AI.
attacked while doing their jobs.
Yeah. Oh, he hung up. Jeez.
Oh, what?
I was gonna donate $1,000.
No, you won't. Next time they call, ask them what percentage of your donation actually goes toward police officers.
0.
It's 12% of your donation.
12 cents for every dollar.
Even if the competition is run well and they're not doing anything like traditionally wrong, like they're not like fucking over the athlete.
Oh, except for impaling Austin Hatfield.
Oh, whatever. That wasn't even a big deal.
Yeah,
it's because he had his fucking wife assembling GHDs, Sevon.
That's true. But money wise, like they're not, all they're trying to do is give money to athletes or whatever. But if there's no real demand for like, hey, we want to watch a bunch of athletes not really try in workouts. No one wants to do that. And no one wants to watch that. And these athletes don't want to ruin their game season. And they realize that last year fucking did. It doesn't matter if they're not doing anything wrong. It's still a pile of shit if no one wants it.
I have $1 million business idea for CrossFit competition, and it's completely. This is the thing. Imagine being Will Morad and saying, "We're coming out with something new. We're coming out with something totally different." And what did you come out with? Regionals and a final event. What? Are you fucking retarded? It's exactly the same as the games with more fucking volume and more workouts in the same season. Dude, did you get vaccinated
with three online qualifiers?
Hey, you want something to be popular? Make them do one workout. Do a head-to-head series circuit, kind of like reps ahead, except make the workouts not totally gay Tabata ass blast style. Make them cool workouts. Athletes go head-to-head. You pay them each fucking 20 grand. What athlete's not going to say yes to that? And then you set a whole production up in their affiliate.
And Taylor just came up with reps ahead.
You elevate the affiliate. Hey, dude. I mean, Kill Taylor has more popularity than WFP.
Hey, do you think that if they actually contacted
WFP?
Do you think that they contacted CrossFit and said, hey, we believe in the old format of the regionals and we know that the constraint there was money and possibly logistics because you're having to share employees across different departments? What if we came in and handled that for you guys? Because if their real North Star was getting more opportunities and money to athletes, wouldn't making the events great and attracting more sponsors to them because they could be funded and have some more media behind it, actually create the opportunities for the athletes along the same path they're already going on?
Will Morad never contacted
100%, and we'll get to this. I got a good clip. 100%, they fucked up. If they wanted to take this route, they should have said, hey, we'll do a semifinal in 2025. They should have done a semifinal, given away the biggest prize money. Then in 2026, did 2 semifinals. 2027, do 3 semifinals. They should have just worked their way into the ecosystem. They should have broadcasted better than any of the other semifinals. They could have totally done that and then break away and have their own event.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know why they would even want to break away, right? They're going to have more power being that the bridge between the open into the game season.
Yes.
They would have way more power, way more influence over the athletes. And like you said, too, if they had all that money, they could have just pushed it and been like, oh, by the way, the winner of Syndicate and the winner of NorCal are going to make $300K each this year.
Yep. And then they could have, they wouldn't have to break away. They could have also had their own championship separate from the games, but also been part of Road to the Games. Yeah. This is very, go ahead, Taylor.
I got one thing to say about that.
What?
And this is what you guys are, I got one thing to say about that. It's where you guys are disconnected on this. Of course, someone could have done that. But when your IQ is 69 points, you have a 69 point IQ, and you're basically retarded. That's just not even. It doesn't even become like an idea. You just copy what someone else does, and you pay somebody to do a neat website, and then you have your wife put GHDs together, and then you divorce, and then you divorce her a year later.
If they're divorced, he divorced his wife.
You go out on your curb right out in front of your street.
Was that public info?
You shit. You shit in a bunch of cups and you put them out on a table and you're like, hey guys, like I'm giving these away for free because I care about all of you and like I just want to provide for you guys and I'm gonna like make it a really good environment while you're eating out of these cups with my shit in them. And you're like, and they're free, like
oh shit, guys, my brain's working.
And all that, like it doesn't matter how nice, if no one wants the shit in the cup, it doesn't fucking matter how good you're being to them, how much you're fucking providing for them. If the stuff you're providing is shit they don't want. And no one fucking wants to watch.
Hey, they got Letterman.
Hey, did you just throw that out there? Because my next place, if he really did separate from his wife, that makes me think that maybe a certain athlete's getting the D.
Oh, you said that?
I didn't know I wasn't supposed to say that. Was I not supposed to say that?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to say.
That was allegedly. That was
you showed your butthole last week on Kill Taylor. I mean, this seems not like nothing.
That never happened, dude.
And then tried to blame it on Bryson. And then when I watched it back, he goes, "Should I do it?" Bryson goes, "No."
Dude. That was butthole gate, dude. Okay, it never fucking happened.
Austin Malleola says something pretty smart here.
No way.
Yep, here we go.
Hey, Austin crushed this podcast, by the way. You can't hate on it.
Yeah, he did crush it. Actually, I hate to say it. Here we go.
I didn't watch it. He ruined the first 5 they did, so now he fucking ruined his rapport with me.
Yeah, well, he made up. He's like 5% better now. Okay, here we go.
From an athlete perspective, to Scott's point, like, yeah, like the pros are getting taken care of. Like, great. I do think there's a little bit of fatigue of like, there's a lot to handle and to watch. And
there's another competition.
And you also, like you said, you go to the CrossFit Games, and this is the sad truth. No one cares about anyone except the last heat.
Mm-hmm.
No one cares about anyone but the last heat.
The best in the world.
Yeah. The best in the world.
It's like, no, like you watch, look at the stands, watch the viewers. Like, yeah, your friends and family. But the fan, they want to see the best of the best. And that's the top 10 in the world at that given moment. And
doesn't this go back?
So here's the problem. They lost all the fucking best athletes. They have Roman, Colton, and James left. Is anyone going to watch that? This thing, sorry, JR. This thing has turned into Crash without an exciting commentary team. I mean, fuck, we made Crash. Thank you, JR. What? No one's going to watch this. They just gave away $50,000 for first place in Dubai, and we never even heard of the fucking competition. This thing is fucking. Is this thing over now? Is this it? Done?
2 years.
Are you laughing? Are you looking at me like I'm an idiot because I'm just realizing it? 10 minutes behind you?
You said that he's smart for saying that.
Yeah.
That's like saying 2 + 2 is 4.
Okay. Austin Malleola said the quiet part out loud. Or fuck, no duh. Here, sorry. No duh,
and
Austin.
It's not even the quiet part. Everyone says it. I've been saying it. You've been saying it. Yes. No one gives a fuck about you if you're not in the top 10 or you don't own a pig farm.
It's true, but I'm surprised he said it. That's
so
the
no
kind
one.
Of people like him are like, the 40th person is the 40th fittest person on earth. They're still one of the best out there. You guys, we got to cheer them on. It's like, dude, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, no, that person sucks. And actually, they're not the 45th. They're not the 40th fittest in the world because we have region locks. So they're not. They're not.
Yeah. So if I think this thing might be, I think that might be the nail in the coffin. No one's going to go there. No one's going to care. I mean, no one's going to care.
Money. Here's the deal. Unless they fire Willie Boy and whatever his mullet, whatever his long hair, don't care, do something radical posse, get the fuck out of there. Until they fire those idiots who spend half the year's budget jerking each other off in Hawaii for a vibe check. Until they fucking fire those lazy fucks who don't actually work, they just go to Hawaii. Are you fucking serious? And golf? Hey, do your fucking job, loser. Make your fucking event good. Holy fuck. If that lady offered me, what do you think she's paying him? $1 million? He's got to be making $1 million a year, even if it's
no.
You think
$200K a year?
200K most. spend their money.
You think 200K most?
Yes.
You're retarded. He's making more than 200K.
No.
And listen, for 150K, he should have fucking welts and calluses on his knees for all the dicks he's sucking and work he's doing. He better be so fucking road hard and put up wet. Holy shit, the guy doesn't even look like he's fucking he's done nothing, dude. What the fuck?
Taylor, did you order an assault runner? If not, go with the Rogue Woodway. It's great and it's delivered in less than a week. I have not heard good things about the Rogue Woodway.
It's slow.
Nope.
I'm not getting it.
I've heard it's a son of a bitch to put together too.
That's someone who does. That's what someone who does Hiller Fit would say.
Oh boy.
Jeez, wait, why the Rogue Woodway? That's not like a Rogue product, because every Rogue product that I've ever gotten, they've made it super easy to assemble. They include all the tools and everything. So that has to just be, did they just buy the company?
No, I don't mean it's hard to put together. I mean it runs slow. Like it's a slow.
Oh,
I've heard it's hard to put together. I've heard it's fucking a gazillion pieces.
Dude, the Echo bike was money to put together. It's like 4 big parts.
All right.
Hey, has anyone heard from Colton? Because I sent him a good idea for an ad. He hasn't.
Oh boy, Jesus.
I was going to talk. Dude, we were in the hotel 30 minutes. Bryson takes a shower and walks out with a fucking bar of hog scrub pinched between his ass cheeks and goes, "Hey, send this to Colton."
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sure he was stoked. Yeah.
I took a picture of Bryson squeezing a brown square in between his ass cheeks and Colton.
Oh my God.
Okay, back to programming. Back to programming talk. Here we go. Mr. Morad, director of the.
He looks high right now.
Competition. That's just a freeze frame.
It's paused.
Hey, we take care of them to the best of our ability. I mean, there's nothing more I can really do to support the athletes from that standpoint.
Yes.
And how WFP runs their competitions. We even write the programming in a way that doesn't destroy them. I think
we even write the programming in a way that doesn't destroy them. So I want to tie this back to the Lucy Campbell thing. So why doesn't Lucy, who's very frugal with her money, wants to be a professional athlete, wants to be treated like a professional athlete? These are all things that she conveyed very eloquently when she was on the show. If they're doing all of that and paying the money and not destroying her, why leave?
Because she doesn't want them to say, "Hey, you got 8 minutes to do a fucking max clean. Just try over and over again." It's probably not even gonna be on camera when you attempt it, and you're gonna hurt yourself in the last 10 seconds.
I want to make
I'm gonna turn off the lights.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I think this metaphor, I don't know, maybe it's bad, but I think it's good. Will Morad and the WFP are what he is to CrossFit and the CrossFit Games, what socialism is to capitalism. And here's why. Will Morad has taken a system, which is the games, that rewards pure merit. You have to do the open. You have to place at a certain point to advance. You have to do quarterfinals. You have to place to a certain point to advance. You have to
live in South America.
You have to qualify through a semifinal. Shut the fuck up. Don't ruin my argument. You get to the games by merit alone, and you win the games by merit alone. He's taken that, and now he's saying, I'm going to take all of the merit, and I'm going to redistribute it across all of my athletes equally with money so that they're all taken care of. And I'm even going to reach out to people who I think should be here, but maybe wouldn't be in a merit-based system. Cue Danny Spiegel, Samuel Quant, etc. I'm going to say, I know they didn't qualify for the games, but they're my friend and they have a lot of followers. And I think it's, Noah Olson. I know he retired and, he hasn't done much, but okay, I'm going to send him. And he thinks that he's doing more for the athletes by cutting them a $30,000 check for a year than he would be doing if he put all of his effort not into the athlete, but into the person who consumes what the athlete's doing. If he took every ounce of fucking energy he had and took it away from the athlete and said, fuck you, it's your job to work out, keep fucking doing it. And if you want to be here, qualify. And he put all of his energy into making his product something that Bryson wanted to fucking consume or something that I wanted to consume, then his athletes wouldn't make 30K. They'd make 300K. Because there would be a fucking million people watching. And there aren't. There's fucking 40 Pakistani dudes cranking hog to Danny Spiegel's nudies on Instagram, and then the friends and family package on whatever fucking platform he's streaming it. That's the only people watching WFP.
Great take, spot on. Yeah, the one part that I would say is that where that really resonates with me is that yeah, you need to bring something to market that's for the fans. If you want to succeed, how we succeed as human beings is bring something of value for other people, and then other people will buy in. And from the beginning, they said it's for the athletes, by the athletes. That is actually going in the end going to hurt them.
And it's also not better for the athletes, because just in a vacuum, you have one athlete over here and then athlete B over here. This one gets paid based on the work they put in and how good they do based off from the work they put in. And this one gets paid just for being there. And they like, maybe they have to pretend to try. And they've both been doing that same career path for the last 5 years. The one who has to actually work for it is probably a way better person, way cooler to hang out with, way more fun to train with, way more fun to fucking just go to their house and watch a movie with. They're just better people.
This is the other thing, dude. And Greg said it best. He said what? He fucking almost went bankrupt spending so much money to make something that wasn't very big seem way larger than it actually is. And the athletes think they get treated like shit. CrossFit, if I ever fucking hear someone say, the games doesn't treat us well, they make you look like fucking superstars, you fucking idiot.
Seriously.
You idiot. You're in the smallest sport in the fucking world, and they make you look like the WWE World Champion. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, dude, how fucking cool did Matt Frazier look when he
Yeah,
was
and Rich. Dude,
Yeah,
Tia, Katrin, dude, Katrin in fucking 2015 and 16. What? The coolest athletes ever.
The stadium shots, yeah, they really did make it look significantly bigger than it was. 14,000 podunk gyms. Yep. This one, the other comments, it was just nice to hear Will speak and to hear Malioza speak and just to hear people's perspective. This one got under my skin a little bit. Here we go.
And all that, they're doing CrossFit.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
I'm just whatever. Goodness gracious. There's a whole lot of dogma in the fitness space. But yeah, like they support the people.
Right.
The methodology, whatever you want to call it. Like we were doing CrossFit probably before it was called CrossFit.
Yeah.
Like growing up at IMG, when I went to high school there, we were doing a lot of mixed like training.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you my experience. I went to IMG in 2009 or 10 or 11, I can't remember, with a bunch of games athletes who were not not nearly what the games athletes are today. Not nearly, nothing. These were just housewives, like Ben Bergeron's wife and shit. And the athletes we went there with absolutely destroyed every record that was on the board at IMG. And IMG was a place where Kobe Bryant went, Serena went, Venus went. I mean, you name it. They trained at IMG. And it was an amazing facility, but there was no comparison between the what CrossFit performed in these tests. And they weren't even things we did, like 40-yard dash and like a stretch test and like a, you know what I mean? It was like more like the presidential fitness exam. They crushed it. The CrossFitters destroyed them. And for him to say that he was doing CrossFit before there was CrossFit, I call just utter bullshit on.
Dude, also,
100%.
every guy who goes to IMG is such a fucking poser loser. It's
a total faggot. And I know it's not the show for that word, but listen.
Thank you for pointing that out. I want to apologize on behalf of the 7-1 podcast, the CF network.
If you name drop your high school because you think it's cool, you are fucking gay, dude. The gayest. And let me fucking finish with this. I'm sorry, dude. No one defined fitness objectively and measurably before Greg and CrossFit. No one gave it a fucking objective, measurable definition. You stupid fucking idiot. Just because you ran a mile and then went swimming a couple hours later, we're doing mixed training. Oh, dude, I did calisthenics too. I did push-ups and sit-ups in the same workout. That doesn't mean you're doing CrossFit, you fucktard. God, he's such an idiot.
IMG means hella pampered childhood. Yeah, I mean you gotta.
It means fucking pampered and some other things, like pampered in the rear.
It's a record he broke.
You definitely have to
in my guts.
You definitely have to ball pretty hard.
Wow.
And then the last little piece from this delightful interview
you're either going to the NBA or you're a rich kid. Yeah, he definitely didn't go into a pro sport. So,
hey, let me ask you this: why do you think Rich had him back on? This is the second time he's been on Froning's podcast, right?
I don't think so.
No, just the first.
Oh,
I
this
think
was
it's
the
the
first.
Yep.
Was it? No.
Morad?
No, I think
Yeah.
I think he's been on before. He rolled.
think we
He
could-
rolled.
You
we
were
could probably
correct.
solve this.
Hey, they're just having conversations, bro. Just gotta
Wait,
have these
which-
conversations.
When was he on before then? Do you remember?
Like a year ago.
No, Brian Friend was on, and
No.
he was the WFP
Yeah.
representative.
Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe Will Morad went to Mayhem but didn't do the podcast.
Correct.
That's what happened. Okay.
That's
Okay.
right. I think you're right. Wasn't he at the Classic or something? Didn't he hang out at the Classic?
The Charlotte Classic. Yeah, he was there. I let him fucking carry water out to the volunteers.
Yeah.
All right, our final clip. Here we go.
The pool you pull from, and you had program. The program is like you'd say, okay, well, Rich is going to do it this time, and then okay, WFP is going to do it this time, and okay, well, Proven's going to
Well,
do it
the-
this time,
the-
so the biases wouldn't be there.
The way to do it would be to unify like our Tour 1 qualifier
Yeah.
and the
And the
quarterfinals,
open.
or something like that.
Mhm.
Yes,
And then it takes
So he knows it. He just said it right there. The way to do it would be to unify our Tour 1 with like the quarterfinals or semifinals. They should have done that right away. They should have just been like, hey, we want to get into the space. We want to get in slowly. We're just going to pick up a semifinal and see if we can do it and do it really well. He knows.
But they
He's saying
didn't.
he
They
wa-
couldn't have done it right away because their whole entire jump off from it was the fact that they were trying to take advantage of an opportunity when they thought a bunch of people were leaving the CrossFit Games.
Yeah,
That's
true.
Will Morad's essence. That's his vibe. He seems like someone who would say, I would have gone D1 if I didn't get hurt.
I want to come back to that in a second, Souza. Oh, nope, that's gone.
No.
All right. You're saying, say that again. He jumped off. They jumped off. Oh, they thought people were going to leave the CrossFit game. So you're saying they were
That's right.
opportunistic. They're like a thief who saw a window down in a car. They're not
Yep.
really a thieves, but they saw the windows down. They reached in the car and stole something. They
And
thought
he
it was
said
going to be
that.
like that.
Yeah, because then they had whatever, like it was some nonprofit like charity thing that they were doing before, where they're trying to make that event big. And he said we saw an opportunity with people quote unquote being unhappy about what was going on with the CrossFit Games, so we created this. And they wouldn't have even had to look back that far to see that that was going to be a failed strategy, because we saw the same exact thing happen when Greg was canceled in CrossFit. They were trying to sell CrossFit before that whole thing happened. So you saw all these other people that were like, hey, we understand CrossFit and we're going to do our own thing over here. And if you guys want to get on board with us, you can, because we see this opportunity. We think people are all going to jump off the CrossFit bandwagon and we want to be there to catch them. And he thought the same exact thing, but just with the CrossFit Game athletes. So he was in there was zero thought about partnering with the CrossFit Games at that point because they thought it was toxic.
For people in the future too, you need to know that CrossFit athletes have a very short shelf life, and whatever they're saying doesn't really matter tomorrow. It only matters today. Like here
Well, really
today,
what
gone
they're-
tomorrow. You're only as good as what you've done, yesterday. If you're an athlete. Sorry, go ahead, Taylor.
No, I was going to agree, but I was going to say that what they're saying today doesn't really matter anyways, because half of them are fucking stupid.
I think they're in big trouble. I don't think people are going to watch their competition moving forward. I don't know. Without the names, I don't think names actually draw the majority of people anyway. But the ones that were drawn because of the names, now no one's going to watch.
Hey, you know what the
well,
worst part is? It's not even the names that's going to drop the viewership. It's the curiosity factor.
What do you
Oh.
A
think?
ton of
dropped-
people watched it the first year because they were curious, like, how is this going to turn out? Are like half the people watched it? Oh, we want to see him fall on their face. Oh, we want to see it do really well. We
Good
just
point.
want to see what they're going to pull off. Now we know. So the curiosity factor is completely gone. And then you couple that with the fact that they lost all the big name athletes for the most part, outside of a handful. That's going to be a real hard hole to climb out of.
Will's an opportunist. He was so upset with Lazarus' death, he competed at the Masters Games that year. Wow.
Hey, check this out. What
Go
do you
ahead.
think is a bigger name drop? Like, what do you think has more weight? The name, the CrossFit Games, or any previous champ, Matt, Tia included? What do you think's a bigger name drop to anyone in the world?
The games.
The games.
100%.
It's the vehicle that allowed those other people to exist.
Yet all we get is complaints about how they don't do enough. They don't treat you right. They give you the ultimate fucking platform to leverage your own skills and talents. You have to look so stupid to not realize that.
Look what Rich has built off of it. And Tia hasn't really, I wouldn't say that Tia was on the bandwagon of turning her back on CrossFit at all, right? But if you look at those programs and what they were able to build off of and leverage the popularity from the games, it's massive. I mean, how many affiliates does Mayhem have now? I think it's in the thousands that are all paying like $149 a month. I mean, that's $1 million business just in itself.
Thank you, Darren Hunsucker. We need storylines like Lazar's death, like James Sprague winning and not sure if he's good enough. I want to get emotionally involved with watching my favorite athlete, watching 24 games, hoping that James would pull it off, kept me glued in. Yeah, people want a storyline. Yep. And hey, and maybe just like James had to come back and prove himself in 2025 season, which he did. This is the Games' chance too. This is as a character in the narrative. This is the Games comeback.
The Games' only value, and this would have to go with the WP too, but way more the Games. The only value that they actually have is the media rights. And so if they were able to get a major deal with a streaming platform to have the media rights as like pay-per-view, of course, for the main event, but more importantly, the storylines leading up, all the Road to the Games docs and all of that stuff, because you could intertwine all those stories like you guys did very successfully in the past. That is worth more than anything else. And if you could revitalize the media and the storylines leading up to the games, like take it for instance, my mom, when she watches the Super Bowl, she would have no idea who's going into the Super Bowl, right? She could know no team, and she'll sit down and she'll watch the first hour or so leading up. And by the end of it, she's like, "Oh, I really hope the Seahawks win." And you're like, "Well, why?" And she's like, "Well, because so-and-so's there and his mom did this and he barely made it and now he's there and he's got his big shot at the game and I'm rooting for him." And she found out that story because they played it 30 minutes before the game.
Yeah. Hey,
like,
that's why my mom got into it too. That's why my mom got into it too. Because the
100%.
quarterback, the Seahawks. Yep.
And that's what made the UFC with the Ultimate Fighter, because now you're in the house with these dudes. You watched them build their way up to it. And that TV series then made the pay-per-view because now you want to see those guys fight for it. And you knew their stories. That's all it is. This whole world is just stories that your memories real.
How dope would a fucking The Ultimate CrossFitter show be? A reality style TV show with them all in a house? Holy shit. Talk about Netflix. Like, what are they doing?
You would gather a younger crowd too if you distributed a ton of it through.
I went to LA. I went to LA and we did like 5 meetings. And you know why the deal fell through? Because they wanted to program it.
You went to LA?
I went to LA and met with the guys who did the UFC, the UFC reality show, and they did the trucker show in Alaska. And I flew down there 5 times and met with them. I want to remember the name of Pelagian Films.
But they want to program it,
and they wanted to program it.
That seems so outside of their scope. Like that wouldn't make sense. That's so weird.
It was very weird. We couldn't get them off that. Okay. But hey, it was the kind of thing we could have funded ourselves at the time. Jason Hoppers makes his post. Anyone notice anything specific about my prep? Am I on the right track? And this one caught my attention. Probably Jenny pointed me at it from Dense Updates. You're scared of the wrong people.
Oh, Chef.
Jeffrey Adler.
Yeah, I think Jeff socially retarded a little bit.
What's that mean? I don't even understand what that means.
I'll tell you what it means. Jason tagged a couple people in his post. Who did he tag?
Like Hatfield and Colton and
yeah. He's tagged Hatfield and Colton, and Jeff thinks that that's Jason saying, "I'm scared of Austin and Roman."
Yeah,
but I don't think Jason's scared of anyone. He's the Games champ, Jeff. So
or he's just saying he knows he's not scared, but he's just saying that to fuck with them. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I would take it.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Yeah,
I don't think he's saying it in a way like, "Oh, you're scared of them." I think he's just saying like, "Hey, you shouldn't even be like concerned with what the fuck they're doing. I'm gonna destroy you."
I honestly think the biggest threat this year, without a doubt, is Jeff Adler.
And why do you say that?
Oh, dude, he at the games last year, he was so pissed off. He was so fucking unhappy with how he was doing because of how much of a toll the whole season took on him. and I think he's locked in. Dude, I mean, he's the closest thing we've had the previous. Maybe not. Roman was going to win until he broke. I don't know. I mean, I view Jeff as someone who could completely dominate.
I do too. Why is that? If he was going to lose to Roman, if Roman didn't break his leg, I view him as
semifinals leading into that year.
Yeah. Here's
say
the
that
thing
again, Bryson. You cut out, or I talked over you. Say it again.
He was completely dominating every stage of competition leading into that year's games where Roman broke his foot. Like at semifinals, it was like not mathematically, but it was like basically wrapped up day one. It was like, okay, Jeff's just going to destroy everybody.
And here's the thing about Jeff. If he has a chance to train for it, he'll obliterate everyone. So the anomalies for him in the hard events are like the quintessential games style events, the North Park Field style of events. Like those are the things that give him the most trouble, which is tough. But like if he could clean that up, I mean, gosh, he is just so fucking good. He's an insane. Think about this. When you think
I thought
about
it was the opposite. I thought it was the opposite. I thought that he was great at the CrossFit events. It was the ones that were outside the scope that he seemed to struggle in.
That's what I mean.
Good, okay.
The events on right North Park's the right field, right? That's the soccer field at Madison.
I was thinking when I think of those, I think of the last day, those last 3 events on the final day.
Oh no, I think for Jeff, I think about something like the parallel bar traverse with the pirouette on it. I think about like the pig, like things like, or the crit bike, like things like that. Whereas he's the best runner in CrossFit and one of the best lifters. And to have those two combinations, along with all of his classic CrossFit expertise and prowess, like his ability to do thrusters and pull-ups together and legless rope climbs. Like
I mean,
that,
he's the world record on the in-affiliate semifinal workout 1, like the clean and jerk shuttle runs and burpees.
Yep.
And to have the world record and beat everyone in that is already like, okay, this is the best one to be the best at.
Yes.
And how much he beat everyone by, like
crazy.
Every score you heard before that, like all the rumors, you're like, oh shit, somebody got 60 plus, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like 74. And it's just so much better than everyone else.
He is. I really do view him as someone who, if he can put it all together, he can be the next athlete that dominates for more than 1 year. So I want to see
the best
too.
He looks the best too. He has the best body, like the best all around physique.
And I'll be honest, out of all the Canadians, he's the least pussy of them all. Just saying, he's the least Canadian. I would say he's more French than Canadian. And I know he's French Canadian, but like he's got some French, he's got some French revolutionary in him. He doesn't have like that, lean over and take it Canadian as much. It's more like
Napoleon in him.
Back and watch it.
Yeah. Sit back and watch it. Right. He's a French revolutionary. I like Jeff. I think he's going to destroy this year. I'm excited to watch him in Mayhem.
Are you surprised? Are you surprised to see? Sorry, say that again.
I was gonna say I cracked the ice with him at the game, so not when we go to Mayhem, I can talk with him more, and I'll be good with that.
Oh, you guys are tight.
We're homies now, basically, besties.
Big story coming out of the Super Bowl was that Sam Darnold won the Super Bowl, but had to pay more taxes than the bonus he got. This stadium that the CrossFit Games are in. And that's because of California's jock tax. The stadium that the athletes are playing in is right down the street from where the Super Bowl was played this year. I wonder how that's going to affect their money. Has anyone done any calculations on that? Are there any nerds?
Let's find out.
Because the complaint is that you go to Copenhagen or you go somewhere like that and they tax the fuck out of you and you can't bring your money back. But I'm curious if California is going to do that to the same thing to the athletes.
Is that headline real though, or is that just all the games that he played in California, and then with the bonus tied in, that was the total for the whole season he paid out?
The way I heard it was he got $178,000 for winning that game on top of his $100 million 3-year contract, right? But because of how much money he makes in the 8 days he spent in California for the Super Bowl, he had to pay $228,000 in taxes. Just for the time he spent as an athlete in California, those 8 days. Not based on his winnings at the Super Bowl, but based on just his.
Yeah, you're right. So if the California uses uses duty days formula. Instead of just taxing the specific game check, they tax a percentage of the athlete's entire annual salary based on how much time they spent working in the state. Formula looks like this. California's taxable income equals total annual salary times duty days in California divided by total duty days in the year.
So if you're a games athlete and you come here 2 weeks fucking early and you win the games and you, let's say you've made another $300,000, selling underwear ads, that's $600,000. They're going to get you for 8 days on $600,000.
Yeah, and the example that's actually used here is in early 2026, it was reported that the backup quarterback Samuel owed California an estimated $249,000 in taxes for his time spent in the state for the Super Bowl.
The backup quarterback?
Yeah, the backup quarterback. Despite the actual Super Bowl winner's bonus only being $170,008, he effectively lost money playing in the game due to the way his total salary was appropriated.
So think about the guys who didn't win any money. They still have to pay the tax, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, let's talk about socialism, Taylor.
Wow, it even affects the practice squad.
Fucking hate taxes.
Team staff, coaches, trainers, equipment managers, even broadcasters, entertainers, musicians.
This is the worst year to pay taxes too, because of all the fucking fraud we're seeing come to light. Fuck, it's disgusting. I mean, you knew it happened before. Now it's right in your face.
Right. Yeah. Like it's not any different.
It's right in your face,
But
and
now
they're
you
not
are
fucking
thinking about it
prosecuting.
more.
And they're not prosecuting too, which is even crazier.
Yeah. That's crazy.
The coolest thing, by the way, at the Super Bowl comes after the Super Bowl, which I thought was just so fucking cool. Here we go. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Super Bowl 60 streaker drops POV from Meta glasses. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
I noticed Dave was wearing the Meta glasses. This is pretty cool.
I got this. I got this.
Oh, he had a decoy.
Fuck yeah! Let's go! Come on. Come on.
Damn, he's cooked. Oh, the football players.
Oh, you guys got me. You guys got me. You guys got me. You guys got me. I'm right here. You guys got me. Yeah, you guys got me. All right, how am I going to get up?
Hey, and fuck the NFL for cutting away and not saying, the commentators were like, this guy's a jackass or whatever. It's like, no, he's not. This is cool. This is Americana. Back in the day when I was a kid, it was a chick with giant tits who did it. Do you remember that?
Right,
Does anyone remember that?
Right. Hey, there was a streaker of an Orioles game when I was a kid that had crazy huge boobs. She was in the newspaper. My dad was like, "Hey, son, look at this."
Yeah. I think that was probably her.
You know why they stopped doing it, right?
Why?
They don't like boobs anymore.
They don't want people doing it anymore because it's almost like if they perpetuate it and show it on the news all the time, they get a bunch of copycats.
Yeah, and they should allow it. It's cool. It's what makes the game fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting, right? When you apply that same framework to other things.
Oh, good point.
When I was a kid, and
Open your aperture,
when I
guys.
was a kid and I'd watch movies with my dad, and there was like a sex scene or something, or like a kind of like half naked lady, he would just look at me and be like,
He would
"That make
touch
you
you?
feel?" I'm like, "No," and then he would just keep asking me until one day I was like, "Yeah, kinda."
Oh my god.
It was Young Guns. It was at the end of Young Guns where after they blow up the building, they're walking away, and the hooker gets on the back of his horse and she's naked, and you can see her butt crack. That was the first time as a kid I was like, "Dang, girls are kind of cool."
I love that movie, Young Guns.
Okay, so I looked up what will happen for the games athletes in California's taxes. You want to know?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so the hit, like what they'll take, is California will expect its cut up to 13.3% for top earners, any podium finishers or heat win bonuses. Withholding, often the event organizer, CrossFit HQ in this case, is required to withhold a portion of the winnings up front and send it to California Franchise Tax Board. So whatever they're going to make or projecting to make across their event wins plus the podium, they could go ahead and do some math on that. And technically CrossFit is going to be withholding it from the check, which is actually kind of nice for them, I suppose, because then at least that tax is paid up front. So they don't like get the money and then have to do it
No,
themselves later
CrossFit
on.
doesn't know about this rule. They're not going to do that.
No, well, that sucks.
They don't know about this rule.
California's gonna come a knocking.
They don't know. Don't worry, guys. You can keep your money and get busted later for tax fraud. I don't even know if California will come after you. Okay. The great Danny Spiegel. Last week we had the doppelganger. I thought this was crazy impressive. Crazy impressive. Here we go.
You just got done the workout, but you want to try this?
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Athlete.
They had to do that at the game, just not the fucking gay part.
Yeah.
Athlete. Which part's the gay part?
It's gay.
I mean, I wouldn't do that. You would call me gay if I did that.
Yeah, you would be gay, dude. She's a girl.
I would be
gay.
injured.
It's what it is. Porn, dude. You don't think
Hey,
porn's all the time?
I think that's crazy impressive. By the way, that was staged, right? Like, I know you guys are gonna laugh at me, but that was staged, right?
Yeah, of course.
That wasn't one and done. Okay.
Oh, it might have been one and done. I mean, she's pretty strong and athletic. I don't think it took that many attempts.
Yeah.
I think there's a wet spot on the wall. It's like a slug.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not hating. I think that's crazy.
Dude,
that was pretty good.
That was sick. Hey,
Damn. I wonder what your dad would have said, Bryson.
that was sick. That guy filming her. Hey, actually, I think she did that one for Wooly Nemeth, dude. He's cranking off. He just shot his load into his fucking roof of his mouth, dude.
Hey, however many views that reel has, half of them are fucking.
Half of them are John Woolley fucking beating the walls off it. He had his fucking bottom chin sucked in. He's like, and fucking just the roof of his mouth, dude. He's got good aim. The crazy thing about that dude is it's just porn. Like, why are you doing? Why would anyone get upset about anyone objectifying her when that's the content she posts? What are you people stupid?
I just thought it was crazy athleticism, flexibility. We know how strong she is, and she's that nimble. I thought it was pretty impressive. The gymnastics moves into a split on a wall, landing on one foot, elevated to floor. I thought it was great.
They had to do that, press the handstand on a box at the games. You remember that, though, right?
Yeah.
That was me, Storm. I tooted. And I had to go through some preparation H, so it sounded weird.
Last week we heard Fisa Goffi was pulling out of the games because she had an owie on her shoulder. This week, God, I hope this is fucking cleared up quick. I do not know. I should reach out to her and see if I can get her on the show. Kerstetter, 5 days in the hospital with staff that ended up as MRSA. MRSA sounds bad.
A kid that still fucking eats her boogers, dude, and that's what happened here. She like got a cut on her food,
dude.
She her booger and like rubbed it in the cut and it got infected.
Olivia, I don't think you eat your boogers.
This is a booger eater. This is something a booger eater does. A staph infection, dude.
What is she doing with that strap, Souza? She's stretching her leg or just to move it?
No, she's flexing it. Yeah, the knee's probably so swollen that she has to use that to like assist the bend in her knee.
I mean, this is such a drag. This is to finish number 3 at the games last year. How serious is this? Do you make recovery from? Is this as bad as what happened to Guzan or no?
I was just a bull.
No. I don't think so. I think like once the infection and stuff gets cleared up, she should be pretty good. It's not like there was like at least I don't think so from these posts. I didn't read all of them, but I don't think there's structural damage that came from that.
Staphylococcus meningitis is something like that. Let me clarify. She doesn't look like she eats boogers, but I imagine someone who gets MRSA or staph is like it's like little kids that roll around all over each other all day, or like you eat your boogers.
Hey, she doesn't look like she eats boogers, but someone who eats boogers would look like that.
I said that's how you end up in the hospital with a fucking MRSA infection, dude. Is you're like a booger eater. I do hope she's okay. She's awesome.
Listen to some of the story here. My whole leg continued to grow. My fever would not break. My white blood cell count was way too high, and I could not put any weight on my left leg, bend it, or even touch it without major pain. Basically, the only thing that stopped the pain throbbing in my leg was laying down with my leg straight and not moving it, which is what I ended up doing for the next 5 days.
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit, dude. Hey, people have gotten their shit amputated. Hey, I'm guessing she has a stint in her with a fucking antibiotics bag that's pumping antibiotics in her for the next month. That would be my guess.
I think her knee touched the wall where Danny Spiegel did that move. Hey, the crazy thing is she was third this past year. That's fucking crazy. And it's not crazy like, oh, I don't think she could do it. It's just crazy that someone that young podium.
Hey,
Gosh,
and
she's
100%, she's gonna be better this year. You know what I mean?
Yes, without
like
a doubt.
Yeah, like the sky's the limit for her. She did sign with the WFP.
All the comments are talking about her knee sleeves. Is that what happened? Like she didn't wash her knee sleeves?
Hey,
No,
that's
I don't think so.
the booger reader thing to do. If you don't wash your knee sleeves, that's exactly what I fucking meant, dude. If you don't wash your knee sleeves, that's a booger eating kid thing to do. And I eat a booger every now and then, and I do not wash my knee sleeves, and that's how I know.
How do I see the comments? How do I see I can't even get to the comments.
No, the comments of our show.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Speaking of booger eating kid things to do, Olivia kind of looks like my youngest sister, and it always reminds me of her when I see this. And this also reminded me of this. We used to have a dog that had like a nub tail that was like cut off. And when my sister was like fucking 7, she was like, "Hey, Brian, watch this." She grabbed my dog's butt and put her whole mouth around the nub tail with like the bottom of her mouth.
Wow.
Send me your sister's phone number.
She's like 13, bro.
Oh, jeez.
I had this as a kid, was similar to impetigo, is a highly contagious common bacterial skin infection usually caused by staph or strep bacteria that affects the top layers of skin. Yeah, that shit gets into your bone.
Yeah. Hopefully she makes a quick recovery from that.
Fucking dude, kids are so fucking funny.
Yeah,
you do the funniest shit when you're younger. Holy cow!
If you do have a large dog, 120 pounds or more, and it ever gets into a fight, that is a great place to grab your dog. Right, you got to sacrifice your hand, but you got to put your forefinger right at its anus and grab its tail, and then the other one on his neck, and you can move a big dog. I had 3 Great Danes, 150 pounds each, and when they would fight, I would fucking grab one right, and then I have to wash my hands, of course. You got to just get right up against the sphincter there. One of them had a nub. That's what reminded me of it, Bryce. And one of them just had a nub.
I never put my bottom lip against my dog's butthole, but what I did do is when we would watch Jackass, and I don't know why this made us want to make potions, but we had this big, huge fucking plastic drum, and we would make potions, and we'd pour like fucking oil in it, and balsamic vinaigrette, and then one time we were like, let's poop in it, and we all shit in it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, man.
I was telling Taylor this the other day. My old soccer coach, I lived with him for a while, and he had a dog that was not. And when he would walk up to you and roll over, so you'd pet its stomach, but if you ever pet its belly, he'd just start jizzing all over himself.
Wow!
I told him to be rubbing his belly every day.
I had a dog that used to just sit in the middle of the living room in college, a Great Dane, and he would put his nose on his penis and shake it back and forth till he jizzed on himself, and his leg would kick. It was crazy. It was crazy. He would just jerk his cock off with his head, shaking his head back and forth.
When Eddie gets a boner, he acts like he's like fucking like something's going on. He doesn't know what it is. He like starts staring at it and shit, and then like fucking sniffing it and licking it. It's crazy.
Cooper doesn't ever get erections. It's weird.
Okay.
He does like every time
he gets the poison.
Noah Olson has a new video out. Back to serious.
Goodness.
Put on the Sentinel Training Master Trainer hats, please. Here we go. Noah Olson.
Kilos.
Oh my god.
Dang it. I lost my rhythm. Let's redo it. Give myself one more chance. Last one, best one. Come on.
God, that's a really wide stance. I didn't notice that.
Not today, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's clean as disgusting.
That's another like battle that I have now is I always have been very stubborn with that. So like, even now, I don't like walking away on a missed lift and like letting the barbell win. So I really want to try again, but there's a fine line there, because if I try and start missing reps and getting sloppy, I'm more likely to hurt myself.
Is this Noah getting old? Not in a bad way. I don't mean in a bad way. Is this smart? What do you think about that?
Well, what would be smart is taking 5 steps backward with his technique so that he could take 10 steps forward. He has such horrible power clean technique. It's abysmal.
He has horrible technique on everything.
On a lot of things, yeah, but the power clean especially.
Do you not like it? Do you not like his setup? I didn't realize that his feet are really wide.
Yeah, he's always had kind of a wider stance and squat though.
It's just pause it right here.
Yeah, right there.
So if he would actually work on receiving the barbell with shoulder width foot position and reaching his hips back more, he'd be way more powerful. And all that is just training that position in a lighter weight. And also look at how fucking low and
you don't give him any leeway, Taylor, because it's a max lift.
No. A good if you miss a power clean, it should be because you just squat.
Yeah, if he's gonna be like, look, this is why he never won the games, because his technique was ass. He had to do 10% more work on every single rep of every single movement than Matt Fraser ever did.
Well, look
because
at
Matt Fraser was that much better.
He kind of did like a kickstand with his whatever that is, his right leg, it looked like.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even the fact that he needs to reach his hips back. Like he did like a little like kick out with that right leg. And he's correct in stopping there was a good idea. That's probably the maturity part you're talking about, Savon, because with that kick out, like that's how you really damage yourself. So watch his right leg. So the setup's good. His pull looks okay, but then see how that leg kicks out further. Watch, go one more frame right there.
That's how everyone,
isn't it?
Everyone who does a starfish has one leg that kicks out like that.
That wasn't both legs kicking out?
No, the right leg was just a little bit more. And you could go frame by frame when you pause it by pressing the period button or the comma button. So hit pause and then hit the period button. And then now you could go frame by frame.
What weight is that?
Looks like it's like 310 or something.
320.
320. So yeah, right there. So see how, and Taylor's right. So see how his knees on that left-hand side where we could see is super far forward. When Taylor had mentioned to reach the hips back, that's exactly the right cue because his hips came forward there, which is even worse, and his right leg kicked out.
Taylor and Bryson, you guys are out of this frame.
Sorry. Yeah, his movement looks like ass pussy.
Ass pussy.
And that's a man's butthole that he's disguising as a vagina. It's bad. His technique is horrible. Fix it. Come on, man. You're a pro.
I thought you're going for a max lift. It's your last lift, and it's where form breaks down when it reaches maximum.
No, you're thinking of like, okay, A+ intensity, B+ technique. That's D- technique.
Okay.
And the issue too would have been like, so in your points, Savon, he would have missed the power clean because he's by squatting too far down. He would have came out of that position with his elbows down and his back rounded and his hips would have shot up. That would have been something that you would have seen a loss of technique or in that case, mechanical failure, but he still would have made the lift because it was maximal.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I take you guys' word on it. All right. Noah's done.
Yeah. Cooked.
Okay. And finally, I have to show you the greatest video. I'm so fucking glad I watched this video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked that I did watch it, to be honest with you. But I'm so glad I watched this video. This video is on .com right now. This is an absolute Academy Award winner. Have you guys seen this?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely great video. Here we go. This is here we go.
How do I do? What do I do? What do I have to like? And bro, I'm on like day 5. how am I supposed to know? Like, I mean, it's not like I planned this. Over time, I felt this urge. I felt like I needed to add something. You ready to go?
No.
Good. How do I?
Do it.
Let's do this. In my church, there's just a lot of people who do CrossFit. And I knew that this dude named Kyle owned a CrossFit gym. With Nate, it was always
Holy shit.
No way.
Damn, you guys
That's
didn't know that?
crazy. Kyle Casper Gym.
If you don't know who this guy is, this is like one of the all-time greats. This was the Scott Panchik of his day. This guy was the shit.
Mm-hmm. I thought you guys knew that he was at Casper Bauer's gym.
I had no idea. This is insane.
It was an open invite for him, and he never officially said no, but he never said yes. He just wasn't showing up. He would always say stuff like, "Hey man, you gotta come by the gym sometime." And I'm like, "Yeah, maybe." It was when he said no more to obesity. He made the page of "I'm done being obese." Me and him had a conversation that week, and then he decided to come a month after that. It was sometime mid-February.
Hey, dude, this is how a CrossFit Games athlete should behave.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is Panchik's talked about this too, and I think he means it with sincerity. This is wild.
Yeah.
Saving a dude's life. Look at this part of the story right down here. Look at this. Here we go.
That inner narrative, how to be done with obesity as a whole. Nate, 100 pounds lost. CrossFit works. Period. Like, that's it. I believe that CrossFit is a methodology that, when applied and scaled to the right person in their conditions, is completely and 100% effective and will help them achieve the goal of being healthy. So I pursued the idea of, like, what would it look like if I were to become a coach? What would that even mean for me?
There he is, taking his level 1. Hats off to Casper Bauer. What a fucking beast. This is dope. Yeah, the entire video is absolutely amazing. Kyle's still a monster. Yeah, he looks like he's still a monster. Yeah, Casper Bauer.
Dude, it's crazy that this probably didn't used to be the case, but now if I don't know who it is and you just told me, hey, a CrossFit Games athlete is about to coach the class you're going to take, I would instantly think it's going to be a shitty class now. And it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
But probably, 15 years ago, I would be like, holy shit, this is about to be the best class I've ever taken in my life.
Yeah, exactly. That's really well said. Yeah, Casper Bauer was a freak of nature. He was a freak athlete. He was freakish. All right. Great show, boys.
I got one more thing real quick.
Yes,
so hopefully this helps out some of the games athletes. So I dug a little deeper on how they'll be taxed in California for being out here.
Do it.
So number one, there's the official schedule. So in the games rule books and the heat sheet says that the games in San Jose will run from July 24th to July 26th. So that's 3 days, but mandatory check-in is on July 20th. The thing that they have to avoid is by being in California for 10 days on official games or sponsorship required things. And because if they do that, then California will take 10% of their total salary from sponsors. So the Rogue sponsorship, any sponsorship that they're making money from, if they stay in California for 10 days, they will take 10%.
Of their total yearly salary?
Yes, dude, of the sponsorships, bro. And so I asked it how
socialism, bro, socialism.
Yeah, so I asked it how it'd figure that out, and it said number one was the official schedule, but the thing is that they're outside of that. But number two, it's called the modern snitch, is what they labeled it as, is essentially social media. So if the athlete posts day one in San Jose, a photo on July 17th, California could use that to say that their duty days officially started then. If they go to that 10 days or exceed it, it'll come after 10% of its sponsorship money.
10% of the money in those 10 days or of their year?
No, annual, bro.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Thank you, Matt Souza.
So any agents, any athletes, don't be smart. Yeah, and it says right here, example of any athlete spends 10 days in San Jose for the games and for prep. That's an important part. So if they go out there and they're at a gym and they're prepping or whatever, 100 total working days of season in California, it could claim 10% of their annual Nike or Rogue sponsorships or any other.
100 total or 10?
No, that's like 10 days in San Jose is part of like the 110 like duty days of them like working. It just needs to be up to 10 and they could do that.
Wow.
And so again, this is just a super quick search through like Gemini. So I could be wrong here, but I would rather be wrong and have them be more smart about it than not. So look into that if you're a games athlete or if you're one of those agents out there trying to take care of them, because if that is true, in fact, and it only is the 10 days and then they could come after it. They said that they audit it through travel stuff, such as like plane tickets and different receipts and stuff like that when they landed and stuff like that. So, and the thing is too, is that they hold
These
CrossFit
motherfuckers will ask you for
reliable.
your cell phone bill. They'll hold you for your cell phone. They'll ask you for your cell phone bill.
Yeah, we learned that with Greg, right? He had to have a tracker on him. So just make sure that you guys know, please double check everything that I said. Hopefully I got that wrong and that you don't have to worry about that, but let's assume that I did not, and just pay attention. That's all.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.
Here's why you should be proud to be doing Sentinel training and strongly consider joining if you're not. Other programs use long-term repetitive cycles. Sentinel uses 4-week varied progressions, while other programs often slip into movement redundancy or recycle entire training blocks. Sentinel stays true to the CrossFit methodology of constantly varied functional movements. That methodology also guides us in delivering intensity with minimal effective dose, where others favor volume, misrepresenting that as value for money. If you want a hands-off approach with minimal coaching or review, stay where you are. If you want level 3 trainers who care about your progress and test the workouts for you, reviewing your videos, offering coaching and feedback, then you need us. You need Sentinel Training.